Hey, what is up, guys? Hurricane Liz here, and I just got done with the workout, so I'm beat. I apologize for having like fro here going on and all sorts of other stuff going on, but the reality is that I've gotten a ton of very good questions lately down below. As you guys know, I always personally answer those. So in this video, I'm gonna go over my top questions that I got, and I think you guys are gonna be shocked that some of the actual questions were really, really good, and they vary from being about merch, KDP, and or Amazon FBA. So I give you all my experience and a whole lot more in the questions of the past 2 weeks. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right in. All right, so here are my screen share, and let's go ahead and hit the hot questions of the week. So here is Joanne. Joanne, always in the group, always putting posts. I appreciate you so much, Joanne. You really keep me on my toes, and I appreciate the fact that you're actually working this and somebody out there is listening to me. I love it. Keep it up. And here's Joanne's question. After hiring 4 different Fivers to write a book, some things just didn't go right. So she's not stupid, just clueless. Every video she tries to keep going forward, but she has a problem finding good people on Fiverr. A lot of them have just panned out to be bad, right? And I just did a video on this about what I tried on Fiverr and how it went. So if you haven't seen that, I highly suggest you go take a look. But let me share one more thing with you guys. And I really want to point this out, and I want to make sure that you guys understand this. There's a couple different ways to search on Fiverr and to actually look for people to do services. Let's say I was looking up KDP book cover, and if I go to KDP book cover, I can see that there's really 2 ways to sort these people, right? 2 ways to sort them. One is by relevance, and the other one is by newest arrivals. So you got 2 choices. If you pick relevance, you're gonna get the highest price ones, the people with the most stars, the people that have done the best, and you're gonna get some expensive people. More than likely, those people will come through because, again, they've already been vetted by Fiverr, they've been around for a long time, they've done a solid job, and they're at top pricing. However, if you sort by newest arrivals, you're going to get the brand new people, and there's also best selling. So that's also related to relevance. If you sort by newest arrivals, which is usually here, I don't see it here right now for some odd reason, but it'll usually be here because this is the way I usually do it. Newest arrivals will be brand new people that have 0 social proof, they have 0 reviews, and they have low prices. Now those people, you have to vet a little more. Those people might not do a good job. However, at the end of the day, Fiverr guarantees the work. So if you're not happy for any reason, make sure you complain to Fiverr and make sure you get your money back. Most of these actual people doing these jobs will redo the work if you work with them. However, there might be a couple bad apples out there, but don't assume that everybody is a bad apple on Fiverr just because you had a couple bad experiences. Complain to Fiverr, try and get your money back, and if all else fails, try to complain to PayPal, but keep trying and keep looking. As you saw in my video, it took me going through dozens of actual sellers to find my go-to girl and or my other go-to girls depending on budget. So don't give up. Keep going and keep trying, Joanne. You'll get it eventually. All right, so the next question I have is from Justoni, who says, how do you niche down Halloween activity books for kids? There are thousands of them. If you haven't seen this week's top 5 KDP niches, I talk about this and I talk about how to find and further niche down. And I also recommend the Time Machine video, which specifically goes into last Halloween and showing you which Halloween books sold well last year. But at the end of the day, it really comes down to just brainstorming and looking at what else is already out there. I just saw a cute cat in Halloween costume. I also saw a bunch of monster coloring books and a bunch of witch coloring books. So really, you are pretty much limited to the amount of things that you can do. Use your imagination with the creatures that are out there of Halloween, and don't worry too much about which witch is which. It'll work itself out if you actually watch those 2 videos and then brainstorm. So I hope that helps you, Justoni. All right, so this question is for Zinnius. He says, can you show us how to change out our keywords over time after our book gets some sales? It's very simple, Zinnius. You just go back into your KDP dashboard, and what you're gonna do is, this is what I would do first, right? Get something like Helium 10, right? Helium 10 will track where you are in the actual rankings. So what you can assume is whatever keywords you are selling or making sales on are the keywords that you rank well for. So if you're not ranking well for some keywords, I would swap them out. And the way you do this is through Cerebro. So I'm gonna pick on Cerebro, and there's actually another tool that you can actually use. I'm not sure which one it is because I usually use Market Intelligence for this, but I think it might be Cerebro. There might be another one that does this too, but you can use Cerebro. And the way that it'll work is what you'll do is you'll get your Amazon ASIN and you'll plug it into Cerebro. And then Cerebral will tell you where you rank for particular keywords. The keywords that you rank the highest for are the keywords that you keep in your back end. The keywords that you do not rank well for are the keywords that you swap out. So it's pretty simple. So if I look up dragon coloring book, I'm going to grab the first ASIN that I actually see. All right, so I'm going to grab this ASIN right here. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to go into Helium-10. I'm going to go into Cerebro, and I'm positive that there's another one, but I don't use Helium-10 that much, and I'm going to hit get keywords. When I hit get keywords, what it's going to do is it's going to come back and show me all the keywords that I actually rank for, and then it's going to show me my organic rank position. So I would put my ASIN here, it would come back and give me all this information, and then based on the ones that I have the highest rank, I'm going to assume that those are the ones that I'm making sales for, and if I see ones, or if I think of other words that I want to swap in, and I don't have rank on certain words, I will swap those in, and that's how I will figure out what to swap in. So I hope that answered your question, Zinnius. All right, so the next question is from Joanne. It says, my friend in the USA gave me his login and password to upload designs on his MBA account. So I'm outside the US. Is it safe for his account not to get banned due to different IP addresses? So what I would do is I would create and start a VPS, which can be as little as like $7, and I would only log in from that VPS, both you and your friend. It's super simple. It's very easy to do, but you can buy a VPS from anywhere like Windity.io. That's what I would do. Okay, so the next question is from John. He says, lots of good answers here. I'm looking forward to the future keyword search video on how to rank for smaller keywords. I bet you get a lot of people asking, why isn't my book selling? It would be cool to have something like a KDP Doctor Deep Dive in. It's a great suggestion, John. I will try and start that next week. I think it's fantastic. And I think a lot of people don't notice the little things that it actually takes to rank a book, and they're just not doing them. Like, in fact, I recently spent over $300 just mindlessly on a book to show to people with advertising. If you don't know what you're doing, if you don't just optimize it, and if you just set and forget, it's still not going to make the book work. So I will show you guys in a future video the actual results of that $300 test. Okay, so the next question is from Luis. He says, hi Liz, thank you for the informative video. I'm curious, when you use merch research tool, you say your only competition is other merch sellers. Why don't merch shirts compete with other Amazon sellers that are selling shirts? Did I miss something? That's simple question and simple answer, Luis. That is because Amazon favors Amazon related products like FBA and merch by Amazon. If you are selling merch and fulfilled by Amazon, you are at a disadvantage because you will be pushed down in the listings a little bit if you have a hotter seller FBA shirt or merch by Amazon shirt, or even not as hot. They favor their own shit is the bottom line. Okay, the next question is by My Life Animation. It says, just I started a merch, can you give me advice? The number one bit of advice that I would say is when you start, you have 10 slots. Make sure you fill up all those 10 slots, but here's the key. If they are not selling after a certain point, it could be you set that point. It could be 5 days, it could be 7 days. Switch out their shirts and put in brand new ones. That's how you do it. You have to keep switching them out and putting in brand new ones. If not, you're just going to have 10 shirts sitting there and collecting dust. So you don't want that to happen. Switch them out. Okay, the next question is from Jay. Jay says she tried to create her first design. No matter what she did, the publish was grayed out. What was the reason for this? And I think Jay found the answer to her own question, but the whole purpose of this is it was a temporary glitch. If there's ever a time when you come across something like this on Amazon, chances are it's a glitch. So try to get into a group of people or make some friends that are also doing this so that if this happens to you at any time, you can reach out and ask your friends. This is what me and my friends and network of masterminds do. If something's going on Amazon, we already know if it's a glitch because we've already asked one another, and we're usually in a group. So create a group, get together with some other people and ask them. That's what they're there for. Next question is from Adriana. Hi Liz, great video. So when doing product research, what's your advice on the search volume of keywords? Should I pay attention to that or just look at sales volume? And I think I answered this on another one. I would look at both and try, once I get a product running, I like to run advertising so I could see what the true actual volume of views is. So that's kind of why in a lot of these experiments, I just blow my money because I really want to find out in the niche what the true volume is. But there really isn't a way of telling because Amazon is so secretive. So I like to assume it's somewhere in the middle and that the search tools are almost right, even though I know that for a fact, it could be impossible that they are. And once I start selling the product is when I truly know what the real sales volume is. Okay, so the next question is from Patrick. He says, what other sites do you find success selling on? Well, eBay's always fantastic, as is Walmart, as is Amazon. Those are the big three. I've never tried Etsy, and I don't really know a lot of people that have had success, but I don't really know a lot of people that sell on Etsy. So it's not to say that you can't have success on Etsy. I just don't know a lot of people that sell on there. I've also seen people selling on Poshmark and Mercari, and I do have experience selling on The Real, but they take almost 50%. So there's a lot of sites out there, a lot of sites that have traffic. StockX for shoes is fantastic. It's one of my favorite. Goat is excellent for shoes. It's also one of my favorites. So those are my main two selling for shoes, but I also use eBay for shoes as well. So all those sites I have experience on, and all those sites I do like. Our next question again is from Patrick. Thank you for sharing your hot tips. I'd like to get started. Where do I find someone to help me create the content for the books? Do it yourself. Absolutely not, Patrick. I don't. I'm a terrible artist. I don't know how to do any of that. I have done some covers. I have done some blank notebooks, but even though they sell, they're just absolutely horrible. In my opinion, I'm no artist. So I have outsourced the work either to my in-house graphic artist and or Fiverr. And I just did a video recently on trying Fiverr and actually using all the different artists on Fiverr and finding the best possible ones I could find. So you should take a look at that. It's pretty good. I liked it. I think I did a solid job, and let me know what you think about it. And this last one is probably my favorite, and I think it's funny as fuck. And I just wanted to share it here with you guys. But we got Kevin here, who obviously is a very interesting gentleman. He's a scammer. Kamala, you look like crap. Try wearing some makeup, skincare, or paper mask. Cringe. And my words to Kevin are, if you really have to make a comment like this, how pitiful is your life? Seriously, cynics, there's no room for them here. And last but not least, this is America, motherfucker. We can look however we want, we can speak however we want, and we can surely choose not to have to wear makeup if we don't want to. I mean, there's plenty of men also out there that possibly wear makeup, and good for them. But if I choose not to wear makeup for this video because I got too much shit going on to have to put it on because I am a successful entrepreneur, I'm not a scammer, then by all means, thank God we are in America. So Kevin, you need a hug, dude, very badly. Go drink some Haterade and just get off the videos and get off commenting. I can't imagine somebody having this much time on their hands. So that's it for this video, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you to the rest of you for just accepting me for who I am. At the end of the day, this is America, bitches, right? That's why we live here. So if you don't live in America, well, I hope you have the freedom to do and say what you want and look how you want. Most importantly, look how you want, right? So let me know if you guys have questions and or comments. I'm always personally answer them. So I'll see you guys in the next video.